the 2K Sport.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA. Might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, you know, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, you know, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, you know, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
His defense could be stifling at times, too. I mean,
he's a great two-way player.
He's a two-way player, but I
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Portland Trail Blazers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Warriors.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Barnes and Green are the forwards. Now, here's Lillard. Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. Now Green defending. Lillard misses. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
Just lack fight in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality at the end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
Here's Lillard following the three-pointer by Freak. Davis. Draymond Green pulls it in.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Now here's Lillard. 17 points for him last game against Golden State. Thompson right side. And another three for Golden State.
Another basket here, and they have really come out of the gates fast in the first quarter, Kevin.
Lillard, the pass to Garner. Back to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Here's Garner. They need this. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for the Blazers. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
For the three, and another three for Golden State.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
He feeds it to Thompson. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Here's Freak. That's short off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And Davis can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Warriors. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. And it's Freak missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Lillard, the pass to Garner. Plumlee against Spates. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the Warriors making a change here. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Spates. West comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Stephen Curry in for Thompson. And that one's good. Freak.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
1:21 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Freak kicks to Plumlee. Golden State moving the ball around. Now here's Freak, covered by Lee. Curry dishes to Freak. 5 to shoot. Plumlee with the screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Mason Plumlee. Now here's Thompson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Freak. Really played well against Portland in his last outing.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Offensive rebound. Thompson passes to Lillard. Goes back up. The shot no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
It's just been a long-range battle for them, and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
They've got Muhammad, Lee out there with Thompson. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The pass to Muhammad. Feeds it to Vonleh. With the teardrop, and it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He finished with 36 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a Monstrous game.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
That's a 2 from Lee. Again, the miss by Lee. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Trailblazers.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here to see some numbers for Pachulia, how he performed last season. Last season, checked in at 4 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Last year wasn't his best, but he's looking for a bounce-back campaign this season.
Hey, listen, you know, everybody goes through rough patches in their careers, but this guy is highly motivated to make amends.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Warriors leading by 16. Freak kicks to Spates. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Lee kicks to Muhammad. Barnes against Davis. Dishes to Muhammad. Davis sets a screen. Lee goes in. And it's Freak with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Spates. Fires the 3. No what?
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
And stolen by Freak. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Shoots the 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Right wing. Kicks to Vonleh. 5 on the clock, and a wide-open look for Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Pass to Green. Lee outside. And Muhammad has it in the corner. The 11-footer, and he gets it to go. Muhammad's got 7 points. 1:57 left in the first half. And it's Freak missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Garner. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Ed Davis. Warriors call a timeout.
Runners a look now for Portland. Mason Plumlee's checked in. A dominating first half.
All right, I want everyone.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Maurice Spates out there with Draymond Green. And it's Freak in at the point. Fires, high post. The Warriors pull it in. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Such a wide open look. 8 points for Barnes.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? That this guy is unbelievable. That's a layup for him.
It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Barnes got the ball. And that one's good. Freak.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Lillard against Thompson. The feed to Muhammad. Jacks up a 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's now 10 points for Shabazz Muhammad. Spates with a screen on Lillard. Spates kicks to Freak. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Green dishes to Thompson. Here's Barnes, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. Lillard attacking, and it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green, the screen, to the inside. Portland grabs the miss.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Back to Lillard, beyond the arc. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead. And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. Some last season averaged 6 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Vonleh's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Golden State also making a change. Bazemore is checked in. Davis with a screen on Thompson. Thompson against Lillard. He kicks it to Vonleh. Pass to Garner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Muhammad with it. Out defended by Freak from 15 feet away. Muhammad, no luck. Warriors leading by 22. And it's blocked. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Lillard attacking. And there's the pass to Garner. Davis kicks to Lillard. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Freak's got 6 rebounds here tonight. In the corner, Bazemore with it. The dish to Freak. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Man, I don't know what happened right there.
And for Portland, they're shooting 41% for the game. We've got Damian Lillard. Vonleh's out there with Plumlee. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Gardner in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. They set the pick. Feeds it to Muhammad. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Muhammad's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. Here's Freak. Soft touch off the glass.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Thompson against Lillard. And Muhammad has it in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 14 points for Shabazz Muhammad. Barnes screen on Lillard. Barnes kicks to Freak. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. He dishes it to Spates. Can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard with it. He feeds it to Muhammad. From 10 feet out, that one wide left. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Ed Davis is checked in for Noah Vonleh. The Warriors also with a sub. Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. Lillard the pass to Plumlee, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And the basket good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Freak dishes to Green. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Plumlee with the screen. Lillard attacking. Can't convert after the good screen. Warriors leading by 23. It's good from Barnes on the assist by Thompson. 12 points for Barnes.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Muhammad, again, the Trailblazers good for two. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Inside. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Just absolute domination in this one for Thompson. He's got 13 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
The Warriors making a switch here. Powell, he's checked in for Spates. Looney comes in for Green. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Klay Thompson. The shot by Looney, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Harkless, and the layup is good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
McDaniels kicks to Freak. Golden State moving the ball around to the right side. Davis with the double team. Here's Bazemore, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Portland.
And he makes the first. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Powell. Green comes in for Looney. And it's Thompson in for K.J. McDaniels. Here's Muhammad. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Davis with a screen on Thompson. Lillard outside. Plumlee with the screen. Lillard attacking. And Plumlee kicks to Muhammad. They get it again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Plumlee, he's checked in for Spates. And West subs in for Draymond Green. He doesn't get the second one. Warriors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And Portland making a change here. Davis is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. Dishes it to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
It's stolen by Davis.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip. And given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Davis sets a screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Lillard, wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Out to the right wing. A 3-ball. That's good.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Plumlee, the pass to Freak. The shot misses. Nice D from Lillard. And the foul called on Freak. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward. Freak, just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
That was Freak time.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the
on some chill. We go 0 to 100.